Hi Gemini, welcome to your love reading for July 2017. Let's go ahead and get into your reading. We're going to start off with 9 cards from this deck. This is the love reading for the sign of Gemini for July 2017. The first card you have is the 3 of Pentacles. Love reading for Gemini, jumping card here, and it is the King of Swords. Love reading for Gemini, July 2017. The 10 of Swords. Love reading for Gemini, July 2017. The Ace of Wands. Love reading for Gemini. Ace of Cups. Love reading for Gemini, July 2017. The Devil. Love reading for Gemini, July 2017. The 3 of Wands. The Knight of Pentacles. The Hangman. Okay, so the card at the bottom of the deck is going to represent the main energy around your love life for July. And you have the 7 of Pentacles. So the 7 of Pentacles is telling you to really take your time, perhaps when making decisions regarding your love life, whether you're considering getting married or getting a divorce or having a baby. This is just kind of, be patient and take things slow and really think about things very carefully. Okay, so we will see how that ties in with the rest of the reading. Let me make sure I have everything in the frame here. We're going to take it one row at a time. Up here you have the 3 of Pentacles and the King of Swords, so that's your energy as an air sign, with the 10 of Swords. So the 3 of Pentacles, this is telling me that you're trying really hard to make something happen, and I definitely see that like all over the reading. I feel like you're trying really hard to make something happen, whether you're single and you're doing everything that you can to meet somebody new, or you're in a relationship or a marriage and you're really struggling and you're doing everything you can to win this person over, to make them stay, to keep you guys together. Of course, like I said, the King of Swords, this is your energy as an air sign, male or female. So that there's this energy of really trying. But look what comes up with it. The 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords does mean that this is a need to move on. The 10s usually represent completion. So for some of you, not all of you, this is a general reading. For some of you, it could be that you are doing everything you can when it comes to a specific person or a relationship, when really it's time to move on. Now, I feel like this will especially apply to those where you have been lied to or betrayed in some way. Maybe you were cheated on. Something unhealthy. Notice what's going on right here. The 10 of Swords. This is the need to move on. There's something, you were hurt and maybe you were lied to or betrayed. You have to move on when this card comes up. It's lined up with the energy of the Devil, which I'm going to get into. This is something unhealthy. And then you have the Hangman, which means that you're stuck when it comes to your love life. So I feel like for some of you, you may be really, again, you're refusing to give up on someone. Or you're refusing to kind of see something that's happening in your love life. Or maybe, for some of you, I definitely feel like it's time to move on to someone else. I mean, there's new beginnings in this reading. There's 2 new beginnings right here next to the Devil. So for some of you, letting a relationship go that is just, it's not going anywhere, it's no good for you. There, you will have a chance to be happy, or you can stay in limbo. For those of you where you're married and, option, as far as like getting a divorce, that's not an option, or you've never contemplated that. It could be also with the 10 of Swords that you have to let past dramas go. If you're going to forgive your partner and you want to stay together, you have to let the past go in order to move on. Now, moving on to the next row here. This is interesting. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, the Devil. So interesting. 2 new beginnings, which, in the love reading, this is beautiful because it could represent somebody new coming into your life for those who are single, or those who are in a relationship or in a marriage and are struggling. This can represent, reigniting your love, your commitment to each other. Red flag, elephant in the room with the Devil. There's something unhealthy going on in your relationships. And this can be, you know, someone that's having cold feet. That's one thing that I get. This can be someone who's very pessimistic, someone who's very negative. There's something unhealthy about a relationship. It could be that someone is very possessive. I feel like, you know, if that applies to you, for some of you can turn things around. I feel like you have a lot of thinking to do. Let's go back to the main energy, the Seven of Pentacles. You have a lot of thinking to do. You have, you know, like I said, this card represents weighing your options. Is this person worth, you know, all this, you know, pain that you're going through? Because I definitely see pain here with the Ten of Swords. You feel stuck. There's some type of new beginning waiting for you, but there's something unhealthy blocking this energy. And for some of you, it can be someone that where this person does not serve you, although you are trying your best to keep this person in your life. Now, you do have, you know, the Ace of Wands, and this does represent a new beginning. This can represent a fresh start for you and your partner. If they're willing to change, if you begin to see, you know, that they are coming around, that their old ways, you know, are finally changing, they're finally getting out of this energy of the devil. The Ace of Wands can represent an entirely, you know, fresh start for you and your partner, a new life together. So this is, you know, promising, but I feel like there has to be massive change. The Ace of Cups, again, this is rekindling that spark in your relationship. This is, you know, this is love. This can be somebody new coming into your life, but it is, and the main energy that I'm getting is rekindling that spark where you are happy again, you are in love again. If you can get past this energy here from the devil, again, there's a need to move on from something here. So if you're able to, your partner's able to come around and they can change and you're seeing the changes, then yes, this new beginning will apply to you. If your partner is not changing and they're still lying and they're still cheating and you still feel like, you know, they're never going to commit and you've been dating for 20 years and there's been no commitment, no movement, then you know that it's time to move on. You won't be alone for long because there is some type of new beginning waiting for you, but this is blocking you. Now down here, you have the Three of Wands, which, you know, does represent, you know, waiting. This card represents that, like, there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity for a relationship, for someone new coming into your life, or for the perfect person. But you're just going to have to wait for that perfect opportunity. Now, this is interesting because it's right next to the Knight of Pentacles, which does mean that things are moving slowly. So this is definitely tying in with the energy of the devil. Something unhealthy, something that's blocking this new beginning from coming into your life. Or someone negative or unhealthy is blocking this new beginning. Something wants to happen for you here. This is somebody, perhaps somebody new. The perfect person for you is out there and they're just, you know, waiting for that perfect opportunity to come into your life. But something here is not allowing them to. You have the Hangman. You're in limbo. So for some of you, I'm getting for those who are single, it could be that you're not ready yet, maybe mentally or emotionally. You haven't healed from the past, from a breakup. Or those who are already together, you're married, you're stuck in some type of unhealthy relationship or in some type of unhealthy phase. You're in limbo. Perhaps there's coming and going is one thing I'm getting, where you're not really together, but you're not really apart. Somebody comes and goes. There's going to be no slow movement out of the situation. So I feel that for some of you, there's just a need to really think about this very carefully, which was the main energy. Why is your love life in the current condition that it is? Is there something that you can do to make things better? Is there someone that you have to let go of? Let's go ahead and get some more confirmation for you. What other messages? Okay, that was fast. You have the Chariot, so you can move forward. What other messages are there for Gemini, July 2017? The Star. Oh, this card just popped up here. And Judgment. So things, you know, are not hopeless. I feel like this is especially true for those who are married with children, you know, and there is a strong commitment where it's not that easy to just walk away. This is positive. I mean, look at this. All major arcanas are here. You have the Chariot, which means that there can be movement. So these are opposite energies. This is you being stuck, being in limbo, not really knowing what's going on in your love life. not really moving forward with your partner, you're not moving in, or you're not getting married, or there's no commitment, you can move forward with a Chariot. This is the ultimate card of victory and a huge change in your love life, huge movement. So this can be, going from dating to marriage. This is a victory for you. And I feel like this is especially true for those who, again, who are already married and who have children, or you've been together for many, many, many years. There's a need for someone, I just feel like there's a need for someone to change and come around. You also have the Star, which does represent your hopes and wishes. So I feel like what you want will happen for you if it is for your highest good. Because then notice that it's right next to the Devil. So if something's not for your highest good, if this is someone that's just going to bring more pain into your life, or is this someone that's just not for you, then that will not manifest. But what you want wants to happen for you. For some of you, it could be, yes, that you and your spouse are able to stay together and, keep your family intact. And for others, it can just be that somebody new, the person that you have been waiting for. With the Three of Wands, this person is able to come into your life when you let go of an unhealthy relationship. You also have Judgment. So this does represent a new beginning. So for some of you, it can be, you have 2 new beginnings right here. Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups. So now you have 3 new beginnings in this reading. So this can mean that, if you're in an unhealthy relationship and you've been afraid to just let it go, if you do, there will be a reward for you. There will be new people, new opportunities, a second chance to fall in love, perhaps a second marriage. But not, you will stay in limbo if you stay in this energy of the Devil. This will not go anywhere. Notice they're all lined up here. The Hangman, the Devil, the Ten of Swords, where you're just stuck. You're down and you're not moving on. But this can also mean, that you're able to heal an existing relationship, a second chance. Like I said, for those who already are, you've been together for a long time and there is a strong commitment. And for those who are willing to change, those partners that are, finally seeing that, yes, there is something wrong in this relationship and I'm willing to work on that. Because I definitely feel like somebody's trying really hard with the Three of Pentacles. You're going out of your way to make something happen. So if it's not happening, then you need to ask yourself, what is this trying to tell me? Okay, so let's move on to the second deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Gemini for July 2017? You have the High Priestess. Other messages for Gemini, July 2017. You have the Nine of Pentacles. Love reading for Gemini, July 2017. And you have the Nine of Swords. And at the bottom of this deck, you have the Magician. So the Magician is telling you that your love life will be what you make it. So if there is a lot of drama, if there is a lot of misery, it could be because you're not making decisions. The Magician is all about co-creation. So you're either creating something beautiful or you're creating something really painful because you're allowing it. So this definitely fits in with, the messages that I see here, especially. And again, from the other deck, the main energy was the Seven of Pentacles, which means you have a lot of thinking to do. A lot of comparing, weighing your options, seeing what is best for you. So the first card that you have over here is the High Priestess, which is telling you, use your intuition, especially with the energy that I see here. What doesn't look like it's going to move forward, what looks like it's just bringing negative energy into your life, this is going to be really kind of, in your face in the month of July. You'll be feeling that maybe I should just let that go. Maybe I should just move away from this person. Your intuition will be speaking to you in the month of July. This is about you. You have the Nine of Pentacles. This is about your personal development. This is about you growing as a person. So if you're in an unhealthy relationship, which I see here, again, this will not be everyone. For some of you, it could just be that, someone has to change in a relationship. But it just feels like as a person, in order for you to grow, there's a need for you to listen to your intuition when it comes to a relationship. There can be people that will be great for you and help you grow, and there will be people who will bring you down and bring out the worst in you. That's just something that I'm getting. So I feel like you have to think of yourself. You have to raise your standards when it comes to relationships. You also have the Nine of Swords, which does represent, you know, fears and anxiety and worry. So I feel like for some of you there could be anxiety and worry about moving on, moving away from a relationship, or this is either, you know, fear of letting somebody go, afraid, you know, that you're going to end up alone. There's 3 new beginnings in this reading. So if you move away from someone unhealthy, you're not going to be alone. Or it could be, you know, that if you see something unhealthy in your marriage, that you're afraid to bring this up because you're afraid that that person will leave. And I feel like, you know, if this truly meant to be, that person's not going to leave. I definitely feel that, you know, with these 3 magical cards you got here, for those marriages that are meant to be or long-term relationships, if there is something that is worrying you that you need to bring up, and I definitely see that in this reading, I feel like things can work out in your favor, where you finally get out of this energy of the Hangman and you're finally able to move on. I see a big change in your relationship with the Chariot here. A huge change, a huge victory for you. You know, your wish is being granted, but I feel like whatever it is that is unhealthy here, like that has to go. As long as you're clinging to that, as long as you're in that energy, you're stuck. And I see the energy here and here. You're not moving forward unless you let something unhealthy go. Okay, Gemini, this has been your love reading for July 2017. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.